Welcome back to the Make It Make Sense podcast. It is your boy One Swayze. We are locked in and tuned in on this Wednesday for another special episode of Women in Business. It is your host One Swayze.
It's your host QB, man.
And we're here to make it make sense.
For sure. Hey, we got some special guests here tonight, man. We got Miss Crowne, Mecca, and we got Miss IsysJay. Miss Crowne, Mecca, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
I'm an artist. I've been singing since I was little. I have a single out right now. It's titled Soul Food, and that's Soul, SOULFOOD. And you can find me on Instagram at Crowne, and that's CROWNE space MECCA. That's a little bit about me. Did you want to know more?
No, you good. We appreciate you for joining us today. We really do.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I've been talking to Swayze about it for a while, so it was an honor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. IsysJay, please tell the people a little bit about yourself, man.
Hey everyone, my name is IsysJay. I own a minimalist stationery company. It specializes in luxury stationery, and we are currently in the process of rebranding. And you can find us on all platforms, Sissy & Co, and it's in my name below.
Okay, dope. Nice. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for, definitely coming in.
No problem. You know I love you guys.
We love you back. So this gonna be the finale. Definitely going out with a bang. We definitely just want to highlight women in business, whatever it is, whatever you're striving to, whatever you want to brand, whatever you want to promote. That's what this is about. This is why we started this platform. And, one of those things also to feed the culture. We pride ourselves in making it make sense. So this is, what we're here to do today. And that's why we brought you all here today. So QB, anything you got to say before we pay some bills, man?
Man, it's just a blessing to have, two beautiful women coming from, two different walks of life, right? One's an artist, one's a woman in business with her own brand. And then bringing them, bridging that gap, right? And that's what we've been doing this whole Women in Business, bridging the gap. So, yeah, man, I'm excited.
Me too, man. Me too.
But like you said, we do got to pay some bills because bills don't, they always gotta get paid. So, hey, we'll be right back after these mentions, but y'all don't go anywhere.
Attention content creators, do you have a great podcast, short film series, and need a home to show it to millions of households, plus countless smartphone users? StreetTV is hip-hop for the world. Contact us at StreetTVWorldwide at gmail.com or follow us on Instagram at StreetTVWorld. It's StreetTV, hip-hop for the world.
Yes, we're back. My first question, just to pop things off, is for Miss Mecca. Where are you from?
I'm a Cali girl.
Okay.
Lamar Park. So I grew up from my city.
Okay. Have you? That's where you're originally. That's where you were born from, California.
Mhm. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in Cali right now.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Do you think being out in Cali it's an advantage or disadvantage with the music scene? A lot of people move to Atlanta, to try to start their music.
That's a good question.
I think it depends. Like, you definitely have to use your networking and connection skills, like, constantly. I feel like that's anywhere that you go, though. Cali is a little harder. We're super judgy sometimes.
Okay.
So it can be a little bit hard, but I think if you just stay true to yourself and just be you, people gravitate towards that. So I don't know. I feel like sometimes if I get in a mindset like, dang, it's tough. Like, y'all just, sometimes it just feel like you can't get no love in your own city, but but it's like, you just got to keep going and keep a wide range of connections and meet with people, network, and people that mess with you gonna mess with you. People that don't, they're not, and they're not for you. So I just feel like it's maybe that way everywhere. It's harder in your own city sometimes.
Okay. Dope. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. I like that you say that. And I honestly, that's why I kind of paused a minute when I asked you where you were from. 'Cause I didn't get the Cali vibe initially. So it was kind of just dope. You know, I love Cali. I love the weather. I love being out there, the vibes, the energy.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to me out there. It's more showy
Hmm.
than it is kind of in the southern region. So how do you navigate through that? Like how do you like? I know you said people you have to they gravitate towards you. You seem very genuine and you passionate about your creative process and your art. So how do you navigate in this business being very male dominant? And very kind of just male voicey, opinionative. How do you navigate through that?
I honestly pray first. I pray before everything, and I just use discernment. So like I like the showiness of it, but I kind of know how to like weed out the good from the bad a little bit because I've been in it so long. But that's really all it is, like using your discernment. Sometimes people are sent as like distractions, so you just have to know like who's a distraction, who's like gonna like actually get you to the next level or wherever you're trying to get to. And then you just got to decide who you want in your circle, who you want to network with, or who feel comfortable. Like I kind of listen to my gut and my intuition. Like if the energy is off, like I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
Right.
Yeah. So like it's like managing that too, like knowing the vibe, knowing the energy. So I'm like real big on like my peace and like making sure I have peace. So yeah.
Hey, shout out to that for sure. And one of the people that I admire was Nipsey Hussle, and that's how he was all about that. R.I.P. to him for sure. But yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Oh man, that's too crazy. 2 year anniversary right now of him dying. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And Cali probably ain't still been the same since then. Honestly, yeah.
Not at all.
Wait, I got a question for IsysJay. Miss IsysJay. So, what made you get into wanting to start your own business?
So starting a business was something that I decided to do when I was about, we'll say high school age, right? But that business was more so like selling chips and candy to other students at school. My main focus was like, I see this as a way to make money. I wasn't thinking generational wealth or any of those other deep things that come into play now. It was just like, oh, I have money to buy shoes and things that I like. Cool. And that was my first understanding of like flipping. So, you go to Costco, you buy a 10-pack or of Skittles at $5, but then you sell each one for $1 or $1.50. And now I have more money for me and I can go back and get some more and do it all over again. So that's kind of where it started. Stationery specifically started just, I had a Lisa Frank folder, the pencil, I had the notebooks, I had, when it was back to school time, I love to have all of those things. For me, it personally motivated me to actually do work. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but if you've ever had a really good pen that just makes you want to write, I'm that kind of person. And so I realized that I really enjoyed it and it just needed a spin to it. And so from there, I launched my own business.
Okay, nice, nice. So that entrepreneurial spirit. So was that just a spark? Who were your role models? Who did you look up to develop that entrepreneurial spirit? Because those were some of my favorite guys. In the hallway before practice, they would have all the snacks in the bag. My thing was the famous Amos cookies, bro. I had to have a cookie before practice, so it was like, yeah, I know who to go to. You know what I'm saying? So where did that spirit come from? Like.
The thing is, I'm really trying to think back, and I didn't necessarily have any role models in business. It just was something that I would hear about, like, oh, you can start a business, or you can be an entrepreneur, or this is something to do. I didn't really have a person to look up to. Being a millennial, we're kind of in that space where our parents worked and told you get a degree. And then we started to see people our age become entrepreneurs. So we were kind of like stuck in the tradition, but curious about what was happening over there. And so I was living vicariously through people on TV or something like that, but there wasn't a specific, entrepreneur that I looked up to.
Okay, I just wanted to know. QB, you got something off that?
Nah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I think growing up in the time that we grew up, like she said, it is definitely that middle ground that we're trying to kind of really, like I said, bridge that gap between our parents and for our future, our children, right? And so trying to build that generational wealth, right, for our prodigies, the people that come after us. So yeah, definitely you can feel that, Miss IsysJay. But I got a question for Crowne Mecca. So what's some of your inspirations for doing music? What started you out?
Well, I used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson when I was like, I loved Michael. My mom and my grandma used to put it on when I was really young, and so they're amazing, man. I would sit there for hours and like act out the moves and stuff. And then they introduced me to like Tina Turner and the Temptations, and like it just so on and so. Yeah, like I love old school music, but I love 90s R&B too. So anywhere from like SWV to what I want to say Alicia Keys, but that's not like old school. But I love Alicia. I love Beyonce, of course.
But she kind of old school a little bit.
Yeah, like anybody with an old soul. I love Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, of course. The list continues, like Sweet Nancy the Baby, Billie Holiday. I love Miles Davis. I love a lot of like jazz artists too, John Coltrane. Just everybody. I love music pretty much, but that's how it started. My grandma, like, she would sit me in front of TV and I would just watch Michael, and I fell in love. That's how it started. Michael and Tina.
That's dope. That's dope. She planted that seed early.
She did. She bought me my first microphone. She bought me like a wig.
Okay, shout out Auntie. Shout out her.
Oh.
Granny. Shout out Granny.
Shout out Granny.
Yeah.
That's real dope. How long have you actually been doing the music? Like just taking it seriously, like putting your all into it?
So like professionally, I started when I was about 18, and I was in a group with my sister. She also sings. She's an artist. She goes by Coco Kennedy, and so we started like a group together a while ago, and it was called Pharaoh. And so I sung with her for like years, and then we kind of decided to do separate projects. So now I would say this is my first time like doing something completely by myself. So it's been about 2.5 years now. So it's uncomfortable sometimes because I'm so used to having my sister as my partner, but it also like forces me to like really hone in on my craft and be diligent and like just keep pursuing music, because I started when I was like by myself, so I'm finishing by myself, I guess.
It allows you to grow. You hit that learning curve.
Yeah.
You've kind of built it up, since you've been working with other artists and like your sister and things like that. So yeah, you hit that learning curve and you just continue to roll.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, so you just keep going. You just keep going. And my next question was for Isis. What have you learned being a business owner?
So let's just roll out the 27-mile long list. I don't even know where to start. Just throw some stuff out there. So I've learned to be better with my money, right? because when running a business, you have to record every single cent. Like everything counts. Not having your books right, well, you won't know how much you're truly making and all that good stuff. I learned the importance of communicating, and that goes for communicating, how awesome your product is to your customer and marketing, as well as communicating with customers after they purchase from you, just to kind of hone in on that customer service. Being clear, setting boundaries. Actually, business taught me how to set boundaries. Like Crowne was talking about being at peace and really valuing your peace of mind, and that comes with setting boundaries in your personal life as well as in your business life. So letting your friends know the price is the price, and letting customers know we have a closing time, so I will not be emailing you at 11 p.m. So just I'll say being better with money, communicating, and setting boundaries are like the top three.
I love it.
That's lit.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the boundaries for me.
Ain't it?
And learning how to set them. Yeah, that's real.
Because saying it is easier than doing it. Because you be like, I ain't gonna answer that email, and you shaking. What if they don't ever buy from me again? But you gotta do it
like that, because now they know if you respond that way. Now you're at a bound, you're now, because it's like, all right, you sent me that message last time, why are you not talking to me now? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. One of those kind of like slippery slope things. It's going, if somebody else do it, they're gonna expect the next person to be able to do it, and then it's so
small business owners don't get a lot of respect. I'll say, because like if you were emailing Walmart, everybody like to go to the straight luxury brands, but let's say Walmart, you email Walmart something, they are not responding in 10 minutes. They're not, unless an automated message maybe, but you're not going to have your issue resolved in 10 minutes sending them an email. And so because so many small business owners put their personal touch on it, you typically find them through their social media, a direct face and direct person that people feel like, oh, well, I sent you an email. Now I'm going to send you a DM telling you I sent you an email. Now I'm going to leave a comment telling you that I DM'd you about the email that I sent. Like, it's been 5 minutes.
That's a lot. Take a beat. Get back to me.
You see it. Hey, give me some time, please.
Yeah,
I understand. And it's almost, I like that you said that, Isis, because it's almost like we're held almost to a higher standard than your regular fast food McDonald's and, just those type of establishments. You would think we would hold to the highest, what I'm saying, when we're starting something and we want people to support, they expect it to be always
already there.
Yeah, already there. So that's one of the things where our culture has to open up, you know what I'm saying? And we have to be receptive to also the business owners growing, and as we innovate this entrepreneurship journey that we're actually starting, being in this new generation, you know what I'm saying? As Quinn was saying, the legacy, the foundation, like we're actually starting that wave, and it's exciting, and it's important that we share these tips amongst each other, and that we have women like yourselves who come on here and share your experiences and give your train of thought, man. So
shout out to the women over here, man. Like, great job. Shout out to y'all.
That's all I can say, QB.
But no, we gotta go pay some more bills. We're gonna keep talking to these two young women.
Yeah.
And it's a pleasure to be with y'all today. So y'all stay tuned if you're watching. Stay tuned. We got more coming.
Spanglish, the only thing you need to season your food with.
back
Yeah,
live on Wednesday. Women in business. I was just scrolling, man. I'm sorry, I gotta say this, but I just saw Apple invested $50 million in United Masters. Um,
Hey,
yeah, United Masters is kind of like an independent major label type system. Do you know anything about that, Miss Mecca? Like, do you know anything as far as United Masters or what you're using?
I actually launched my single through United Masters.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just use a different. I did use a different link because my friend who's also a fellow artist, he hooked it up for me to where it goes to Pandora, all over. So Pandora, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, like all of the platforms. So yeah. But yeah, I did. I launched it through United Master, so I'm trying to get all up into it. But I didn't see that, so thank you for that information. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is actually. That's kind of big for Apple to be interested in that field. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of innovation going on, a lot of direct uploads and things. So look forward to it. And you already kind of dove in the United Masters, so you'll be able to take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah,
You know,
I would
look
definitely keep going and using it. I like it so far. So
Oh yeah. So hey, I got a question for Crowne. So is there like a album in the foreseeable future?
yeah, there is. I actually want to launch my album on my birthday. So my birthday is August 17th. And I plan on launching it either exactly on that day or in the month of August. So there's some videos and all type of other stuff that are in the works. But like Miss Isis was saying, you got to manage your money, right? Get everything down because you look up and what did I spend another on?
True.
And as an artist, there's hair, there's makeup, I gotta pay my videographer, I gotta pay my photographer. I want merch. I gotta pay for the merch. It's just, it's a lot. So yeah, trying to get that together. Some sponsors. I'm here. If y'all want to sponsor, I'm for it. So
yeah,
It's coming. It's all coming. It's all gonna come to you. And if you ever need anything from us, like you want to put one of your songs on our podcast with a video, with a snippet or something, then we up for it. We'll put it just like we do loyalty. We'll bring you on here and you can do it. Definitely do it.
yeah.
okay. Yes, I will. I will let y'all know for sure.
You want to do any premieres, anything of that sort?
I'm locked in now. Y'all got me.
Exactly. I do got a question for Isis because I've been watching her, and I love what she's doing. The activity is great. I love, when people actually showing their real personality, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't get a lot of that on Instagram. You don't get it, period. You get a lot of facades. So how is the process of rebranding and, with your company changing the name? How's that going? How is that?
So, rebranding is a personal experience because it's kind of saying out loud, I didn't get it right the first time. So there's that personal part of it that you kind of got to just get over it. It is what it is, and make the changes that see necessary. It's a sign of growth. So I deal with that, and people that's like, why change it? Why are you moving things around? It's just when I originally launched my business, it was titled J Planner. And this is something that business taught me. You never name your business after a product. Okay. You don't name your business after a product. So when we look at like Super Scent, right? The name of her company is the crayon case. It's not the rainbow eyeshadow palette.
Right.
Because when you start to sell more things, and your name, the eyeshadow bar, and now you have lipstick and you have foundation, people may look at that name and think this is the only thing that you sell. And so, you don't want to use name your company after a product. But then also I wanted to kind of step into a luxury lane. And it's been a learning experience for me because I'm not somebody that comes from money. And so, you know, I didn't grow up playing in mommy Chanel bags or anything like that. But learning the mindset. Say that again.
Or top shelf Birkins.
You know, none of that. You know, I don't have what is it, like a membership to Hermes or, you know.
Me neither, sis. Me neither.
Any of that. But it's been a dope learning experience, learning how people with, you know, affluent backgrounds really shop and the thought process of, you know, what they're looking for and what they expect. So, you know, someone who may not necessarily come from money is looking for a deal, right? They want the 2-for-1s, they want the 4-for-7, whatever kind of deal they can get. Most of the time, 4-for-7.
I love it.
But someone who is more of a luxury shopper, they don't really even need a reason for it, right? It's like, oh, that's cute. I can buy it. Here's my money. Like, I don't have no questions for you. I barely even care what it does. Sometimes that's the situation. So so the rebranding process has been emotional. It has been fun. It has been comical. There have been nights that I have cried. I am working with the manufacturer from over in China. So the time difference, staying up late, having a day job to go into, it's exciting. It's exciting. That's what I'll say.
Hey, it looks exciting. Like I said, I love the energy. Keep up the energy. Keep putting the vibes out there, and they're gonna come back.
All I can do.
All good vibes.
Yeah,
we love all good vibes.
all good vibes. So, what is next for Sicey & Co? What's next?
I'm so glad that you asked. So, Sicey & Co again is moving into more of a luxury look. And so we are going to be launching our luxury leather portfolios sometime at the end of April or May. There isn't a set date because, as I said, my vendor is in China and kind of gets to me when it gets to me. So when it arrives, it'll be launching. And we'll actually be launching a subscription service as well, a bi-monthly subscription service. So, you know, some things in the works, just excited to get it out because it's been so long cooking. I'm ready to take it off the stove.
It's all good though. It's all good. I think you've been doing a great job of cooking it up, showing the people the process and everything like that you've been, you know, taking on, and you taking on every challenge, you know. So, hey, kudos to you, definitely. We see big things from Sicey & Co. We definitely see big things for Crowne Mecca out there on the West Coast. You know, maybe she can have something, and maybe, you know, you could be a vendor for her event or something in Cali. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So
yes,
you know,
that's where those sponsors come in.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely, I do want to ask y'all one question, both of you, young women, right, in business. How impactful do you think it is for a woman to be the vice president?
Man, I wasn't expecting that one, but I think it's super impactful, especially a Black woman. I'm sorry, but I gotta put it out there.
No.
Like, you know, just with our history in America, like it's important. Women haven't always had rights. Like there was a time we couldn't even vote. So, you know, there was a time Black people couldn't vote. So I think it's very important for there to be a woman in the forefront and in the vice president seat. There's never been a woman vice president before. Like that's crazy. But yeah, like it shows. I think just with everything, like from even with like Obama, like just showing that it doesn't matter like what color you are. It doesn't matter, you know, if you're a woman, you can do anything. Like you can be vice president of the United States of America. I mean, women are just taking over. I'm sorry. We love y'all fellas, but y'all need us.
And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Taking over. Actually, I think we should host the show now. You're the guest.
ISIS, we gonna call this the Isis and Crowne Mecca show.
We might be able to get a Crown Royal sponsor.
This is going crazy.
It's coming, sis. I feel it.
We've already started our show.
I love it. But look, you see how we brought it together, though. We brought it together, so we get advantage of that. You know, so hey.
I know what James Brown said.
Come on, Black man. Okay.
No, can't do anything. Nothing without a woman. That's what he said. You forget that part. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's exactly what it is.
He knew something, you know.
And like Pac said, we wouldn't be here without y'all. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Just saying.
You are greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated.
As are you.
Yeah, we like y'all a little bit.
We like y'all. You know, y'all be with it.
I guess, man. Y'all speaking right now. Man. We gotta make a commercial.
It's our show now.
Welcome to the Isis and Crowne show. Our guests are.
That is crazy. Y'all are hilarious, man. This has been a great show.
Little paid partnership.
All right. My last thing, because we also, we discussed mental health, mental health and the wellness about that. It is Wellness Wednesday. So I need from both of you one pro and one con that COVID brought to your situation. And if you don't have a con, give me 2 pros. If you don't have any pros,
I'll say my the pro for COVID was the slowdown. Even if you work a 9-to-5, you run a business, you're a mom, or whatever the case may be, the slowdown in the world kind of either gave you time to rest, gave you time to spend with your family. Maybe too much time, but but it gave you some time that you usually would have to take sick days for. So that was definitely, a pro, that slowdown and some time to regroup. A con, I would say that it lowered my productivity. It definitely did. Like being home, laying around, didn't make me feel as motivated to do things. Even work, like putting content out, making marketing materials, I didn't feel like motivated to get that done. And I realized that getting dressed in the morning, driving to work kind of wakes me up and puts me in that mindset to be productive.
That's good. I like that. I'm kind of with Isis with the slowdown. I think that was definitely a pro because I'm the type that can literally, I will fill my schedule up until there is nothing left. So now, and I still have that really bad. So now I'm trying to be mindful and set boundaries and be okay, you cannot do all 8 things in this one day. Something or a couple of things are not going to get done. Okay. So I think that just being mindful of timing and the slowdown. I couldn't go out to eat all the time like I was doing when the restaurants and stuff was open, and you really couldn't go anywhere. You were in the house. I did get to, because I work for a fitness company too, so I did get to work from home, which has actually been kind of nice. I set up a whole home office station, so it's been nice. I like it. The con, is there a con? I guess the con would be that I had to kind of work out of a home studio instead of actually going to the studio. And I'm not sure if that's a con anyway, though. I kind of like the home studio. So I don't know if I have any cons really. I just couldn't be as busy as I want to be, but I need to slow down. So it's like, that's it for me. I don't know.
It's a balance. It's a balance.
It is. It's a balance.
Yeah, COVID kind of slowed everybody down. At the time, I was working a whole lot, and it didn't slow me down at all. I continued to like go through everything. I'm talking about 24 hours a day. It didn't matter. Rain, sleet, snow, COVID. I was there. So, but now I have been able to do more things now. For myself, being that I have my own business and I'm doing this podcast, and I stepped away from doing what I want to do for others and start doing things for myself a little bit, right? So, something like that, you can't really put a price on, your happiness, your mental health, and your time. So, but yeah, so that's some things that COVID did for me.
Okay. I see. I would say I would agree with that. Pro for me was just like you all kind of mentioned, just being able to stay still, learn more about myself, learn more about what it is that I really want to do. Actually write my plannings down. It just gave me more time for my business. The clothing line, the music, you know, the studio, the office, just planning things out, prioritizing. The biggest pro for me was just saving money. The amount of money I saved, I didn't have to go to the office. I wasn't eating out during lunch. You know what I'm saying? Everything was here in the accountability of my home. I would say the biggest con, and we kind of got out of it a little bit, would be just the travels, not being able to travel and actually really vacate the way we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
vacation,
that's the real con.
vacation is a motivation, as they say. It's a booster. You leave with one mind frame and come back with a totally different mind frame. So that also that's like a self love. A self meditation. It's like an investment to your spirit and your body and how you're programmed. So that was my biggest con. I would say just not being able to get on a plane like I wanted to. Man, that would be it.
Yeah, yeah. So, brother,
That was cool, man.
good. That was good. That was a good explanation, honestly, bro. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that. Was
Hey,
good. And to our two guests, man, we really appreciate y'all for coming through, doing
thank
y'all
you.
thing, telling us a little bit about each and every one of y'all, what y'all have going on in y'all business and y'all artistry. Um, Definitely, please plug yourself again with IsysJay. Tell these people where they can find you, when those products coming out, what what they what they can get from your company.
So again, guys, I am IsysJay. I am the owner of Sicey & Co. You can follow us on all social media platforms at Sicey & Co. We are currently rebranding, but we do have stock that is left of our former designs. So please come out and, let's get rid of these. If you're looking for them at a discount, I got them for you, sis. But yeah, they come with built-in portable USB drives, chargers on the inside, everything you need. And again, we are at Sicey & Co. So follow us.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all do that. Follow Sicey & Co. at Sicey & Co. You see how that just goes together? It just flows.
Sicey & Co. Think Tiffany and Company.
Perfect.
Sicey & Co.
Right.
I love it.
Hey, this second person that came on, right, and told us that it started with one name and then changed to another. Yes, we had an artist yesterday that had a name that was
Yeah.
called At Boy Weaver, and then it's the Chaz Weaver. So, just seeing those people transcend, right, and grow as they do more. It's beautiful.
I agree.
Miss Crowne, can you hear me?
I think she may be froze.
I think she is. But big shout out to Crowne Mecca. She came in and did her thing for sure. Y'all can find her on IG at Crowne Mecca Space. I'm sorry, Crowne Space Mecca on Instagram. She's a singer. She's an artist. She has a single out right now called Soul Food. SOUL Food. So y'all go check that out on Apple Music. I heard it
And
earlier.
the album coming out in August.
Album coming out in August.
Album coming out in August.
And they got
Did
so
I?
many podcasts, they try to take over ours. You know, that's not happening. They try to take over ours, you know, but
They gonna try to hold the show, man.
but we got the most information at one Swayze, and you got QB, and so you know, dope beer everywhere we go. So,
Yeah,
we made it make sense today, brother.
I think we did, man, and our guests did a hell of a job, and they made it make sense as well. And I'm just ecstatic for the future, man, and these young ladies because they have some great role models to look up to already, you know.
Our producer said that you can't say hell.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
who is it?
Just
Nah,
joking.
I'm just playing.
I'm just joking. But no, man, y'all did a great job. Good job, people. Look, soon for more coming from the Make It Make Sense podcast. We are QB, One Swayze, Miss IsysJay. Thank you for coming on. Crowne Mecca, I'm sorry. You did a good job.
Hi.
She's back.
My internet is acting crazy. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Am I still frozen?
No, not really. We can hear you. But we gave you
sorry.
because we knew that you were kind of having some issues. It's all good. But I think so. Y'all go to our YouTube page, MIMC Podcast. On Instagram, MIMC_podcast. Where else can they catch us, Swayze?
Instagram, MIMC_podcast. Facebook.
Anchor.com for the radio.
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, y'all go hit up the donations. Go send us a donation. If you love what we're doing, hey, send us a donation. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's a marathon. Shout out. Y'all be safe. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast. Miss Crowne Mecca came in and showed love. All right, y'all. Be safe.
All right, y'all. Deuces.